Welcome to the Plymouth Regional High School, home of the Bobcats. We at Plymouth ask that everyone playing tonight's game observe the following. First and foremost, let us be positive in every aspect of this match. Sportsmanship from the players and the fans, positive cheering only, and respect by everyone from the officials working the game. In other words, let the players play, the coaches coach, and the officials officiate. We really appreciate your help in keeping our bleachers, court, and lobby clean by throwing away all trash and keeping food and drinks outside in the lobby area. Please remember that smoking is prohibited on school grounds, and emergency exits are located here left and right. And we ask for players and game personnel only on the court. We hope that you enjoy tonight's game. And now for the visiting team from St. Thomas. Number 19, Leah Arujo. Number 10, Jules Stowell. Number 4, Anj Mugazi. Number 9, Jazzy Leach. Number 17, Taylor Brown. Number 15, Katie Kelly. And number 20, Elena Hathaway. The Saints are coached by Christy Holtz, Matt Bosa, and Kari Sherwood. Now let's make some noise for your home Plymouth Bobcats!
Hello, friends, and we welcome you to Week 5 of NHI Division II Volleyball. And we welcome you into Plymouth, New Hampshire, the home of the Bobcats, where they will be hosting the 5-5 St. Thomas Aquinas Saints from Dover. Bobcats find themselves at 1-7 with a key notable win over Laconia in 5 sets just a couple weeks ago. Now for Plymouth, their keys to victory, spreading the floor defensively will be huge. Back row is left open on occasion, but Josie Price is good from the service line against Prospect Mountain in their previous game, and she'll be huge here. Elliott Sutherland also delivered some great back sets to the right side on the offensive half, so Now for St. Thomas, they need to close the gap in the alleys, control the net, and keep up the blocking and confidence. But also both teams got to stay confident here at the serve-receive. Now some back row hesitation on serve-receive from St. Thomas Aquinas, as it will be Elliott Sutherland to get us underway. And just like that, folks, we're underway from Plymouth, New Hampshire. Be a nice ball. They're going to throw it to a back row attack, and it'll get through. Caitlin Kelly, credit on the kill, just from the back row. Now they'll have Jaslyn Meeks, the senior outside hitter, to the service line. Meeks sends it over. Passing weight in system, going to be sent to Phillips on the outside. And it'll be in the middle for Sutherland. But the libero able to clean it up. Off the block! And Elena Hathaway, her first points of the night. It was a nice ball sent to the middle. Able to find themselves up 2-0 early on. Meeks again. And it'll be sent out. So service error. And it'll be 2-1. Now Josie Price up the service line. As I mentioned, really good at serves against Prospect Mountain on Wednesday. Price. It's over awkward touch off of Kelly. And just like that, the Cats will tie it up at 2 apiece. Really nice job from Josie Price there, putting it in a very tough angle in the back row. The back left, and well done. Price again going to target the libero. Awkward ball off the net, hard read, and the Cats will find 3. Just really nice job there from Price again, putting it in a tough position, just really trying to target that back row. Price sends it over. Awkward touch off of Meeks. And the Bobcats with the ace to find themselves up 4-2. Again, just Josie Price targeting that back row of St. Thomas so far. Coming off each one of the members in the back row from St. Thomas. Price again, targeting Meeks. An in-system ball sent to the middle for Hathaway, but Sutherland waits for it. There's an awkward ball with Sonia able to get it over. Free ball in the middle for Hathaway, and it'll be St. Thomas for the third. Yeah, it was just a little awkward for Plymouth. They had to get rid of it, and Hathaway was just waiting for the kill. It's a 1-point game early on in this first set. A low ball, and give Ann Hathaway the point. Sorry, Elena Hathaway. Watch the libero on the court, too. She'll be huge when it comes back to this next set of serve receives. Awkward pass by Hazel Bassingwaite, the senior libero. And they had the lead at 5-4. So senior middle, Lynn Hathaway, for more serving duties, as it will be a service error. So just like that, the score is already tied, back to 5 apiece. Now senior Sophia Brown. Sends it over. Hathaway, pass back middle for Brown. And Price able to make the read in the back row. Sent over by Saunier. Awkward ball in the middle. Coming up for the block, but it went into the net. And it will be the Cats to take the lead at 6-5. Sophia Brown yet again. As it will barely be out on your guys' far side. A substitution will be passing weight in for Brown. It'll be Arujo out. Over Price in the back row, able to set up in-system ball. Can be sent to the right side, but a little bit too much juice. And it will be a point for St. Thomas to even the So make it 7-6. A low ball, and give her credit for the ace. Give credit to Corinne Dunbar. Really nice showing at the service line early for her. 2-point advantage for the Saints early in set 1. So the Bobcats will be running a 6-2 system tonight, which means they'll have 2 setters on the floor, which contradicts what St. Thomas has, running a 5-1 system with only 1 setter on the floor. Back row set up. There'll be a second touch, but Bryce able to react to that one. Sent over for Saunier, met by the block, and there'll be a whistle. The dual block came in by Brown. And what looks like Kelly, but they'll give him that 3-point lead. There'll be a service error by Dunbar. It'll be 9-7. Well, scoreboard reads 9-6 in favor. We have it at 9-7 up here in the booth, so we'll leave it at 9-7. As Gardner Lewis sends this one back. That'll be a nice in-system ball for your guys' far side. Back pass by Bassingway to Saunier on the outside, but read well by half the way to the back row. Brown wants to go up for it. Able to get the touch over, and now Bassingway with the free ball over. And it'll go to St. Thomas, so it'll be out after the touch by Saunier. So Caitlin Kelly, the service on. There'll be a service error. 10-8. Bobcats crawling back. It's going to be sophomore Allison Saunier to serve. She's one of the outside leaders on this team. Huge responsibilities. The center dump did come through. Little awkward ball, but they're able to regain control. Brown calls off the back row, and it will be sent over on a float ball, it seems. And St. Thomas wasn't expecting that, so 10-9. Yeah, it was just one of those things, very hard to read. Even I was shocked. It'll be an awkward ball off of Dunbar, and it'll be an ace for the Bobcats. And just like that, we're all tied up at 10-10. Just joining us, it is the first set between St. Thomas Aquinas and the Plymouth Bobcats. 10-all. As Plymouth currently have possession on the serve. Cross court, but read well. It's going to be a free ball for Brown in the middle, but the Bobcats able to still set up their offense. Josie Price. Little short shot. It'll be an awkward ball from the outside from Meeks. Not able to fall. A really tough angle there. She had to back up a little bit to make contact. And just like that, the Cats will have the lead. Offensively, the Cats are striving, especially from the service line. Nice in-system ball. Meeks again, cross court, and it will be out. It was a really good setup. Just had to take a massive leap at it. Calling him off. It's going to be Brown to take it in the middle. Bassingway to get this one for Gardner Lewis. Going to be sent to Montague, and it will be out. So it'll be 11-12. I think it was just shot. It was a little bit too left from where she wanted it, trying to get as close to the line as she could. Now it will be Taylor Brown to serve. Taylor Brown. And it will be too much power and over, and it'll be 13-11. Montague will be off and Brown will be on the side of the Bobcats. Bobcats are in their whites, and St. Thomas are in their navy blues. Set for Meeks again, cross court, lands this time on the line. A beautiful dime into the cross-court kill. That'll be Julianne Stowell, junior setter Still able to pop it up, passing weight, back row. We got this one. Gardner Lewis going to send this one to Sutherland into the net, and it will be 13-all. A very, very nail-biter so far early on. Stowell getting ready to serve. We'll float it over, and it will be out towards that back left-hand side. So Bobcats able to get the lead back at 14. And it'll be a substitution. Isabel Phillips on, Mackenzie Gardner-Lewis will be off. Elliott Sutherland now to serve. Some nice power. We're going to able to recover it. Just over by Hathaway. Sorry, quick set back to Phillips. And a nice dig there to keep it in play in transition. And it will be into the net. It will be 4 touches. And it will be the Cats getting their 15th. Pushed forward, free ball down for Brown, and she's able to put it down. The Bobcats student section getting rowdy after that one. 16-13 for the Plymouth Bobcats. Sutherland again. Huge dig, it'll be down, falls off the net. Hathaway tried to get there. Just a peculiar read. And it'll be a timeout as Christy Holtz will look to regain her troops. And we'll step aside as it's 17-13. We'll be back on Pemmy Baker TV. We welcome you back to Plymouth, New Hampshire for this NHI D2 volleyball match in the St. Thomas Aquinas Saints and the Plymouth Bobcats. I'm Royce Provencher, so we welcome you back on. And it's been Plymouth really excelling at the service line today. Elliott Sutherland, number 6, the senior. So setting up a lot of great plays for the service line. Awkward ball. It'll be a shank of a pass, and it'll be 18-13. Sutherland able to get this one up. A low ball. Hathaway to read it. A set back to Hathaway. There's a mistimed ball, and it'll be 19. Plymouth looking to stay aggressive from the service line. Gonti, awkward. It'll be a nice landing in. It's gonna be an inconsistent ball for the Bobcats. Sent down for Brown off the block. Gonti able to make the read. Stowell sends this one back for Meeks. Went for the cross court and away. Too much power. The Cats will be first to strike 20. I mean, we're in week 5. So a lot of volleyball action has mainly been happening here. This will be a beautiful set for Hathaway. And they will give them the point for number 14. It was just a nice set ball. It seemed like Hazel Bassingway was sort of expecting it. But Elena Hathaway just able to go ahead and slam it down for the kill. Meeks. That'll be the service error for 21. As I mentioned earlier, the Bobcats, and St. Thomas staying confident at the serve receive. And Josie Price, as I mentioned, who was really, really good from the service line against Prospect Mountain, is coming up. She is a weapon, but it will be just a little bit out. So it'll be 15-21. But the main setter, Julianne Stowell, so good at getting the St. Thomas team out of sticky situations and just developing the offense. So it'll be Saunier to pop this one. Awkward ball. Hathaway, can they keep it up? And Brown will send it over, but it will be out. Excellent effort from St. Thomas. But it's not on target. It'll be Sophia Brown after the service line. Never to begin again. It'll be a service error from Brown. It'll be 22-16. And substitutions come around. It'll be Leah Rougeau off. Corinne Dunbar on to serve for the Saints. Well, ball Price with the dig to keep it up. Beautiful set. Back down to Phillips. Just going to give this one. Pushed up by Hathaway. Set in the middle for Brown. And too much power as the Cats will strike 23. Again, it was a nice ball for Taylor Brown. Just so hard to judge. Anyway, Mackenzie Gardner-Lewis to the service line now. Low ball. Stowell going to set this one. Soft touch by Kelly. But the Bobcats defense, can they receive it? It was an awkward touch from Basingwaite. And it'll be 17 for the Saints. A huge dig. Montego to keep this one in. Back row attack from Price. It will be a free ball. Brown. Stowell. Huge pop. Wants to send Meeks. But Gardner-Lewis was so ready for it. Cross court by Saunier. Now in transition for the Saints. An absolute belter of a shot. And Price able to get this one over. Another free ball for the Saints. They'll try the center dump, but Price in the back row so well reading those. A slam from outside. Allison Saunier just ricocheted. And now the Cats on set point. Awkward. They keep it up, and Stowell will send Plymouth a free ball. Saunier will get this one back over. Beautiful pass. Low ball. An absolute beauty of a shot. Puts it low. Line drive. And that'll be it for the set. 25-17. Plymouth after the first. And, you know, looking at that, Plymouth from the service line, they were excellent. They were making great passes, especially in transition. They were able to maintain well. Just so many things done right. And for St. Thomas, they were really good at that service, even their setter Stowell, getting them out of sticky situations. So again, 25-17, final score. And in return, we got set 2 on Pemmy Baker TV. We welcome you back to Plymouth Regional High School, where the Saints of St. Thomas Aquinas are playing against the Bobcats of Plymouth. Set 1 was taken by the Bobcats 25-17 after a huge performance from the service line. Now looking at some standings around the league, Co-Brown, Oyster River, and Somersworth all find themselves at 10-0, aside from Somersworth at 10-1. St. Thomas, as I mentioned, find themselves at 5-5. Guilford, Conval, Souhegan, Milford, Kingswood, and Hanover also hold the top of D2. You know, looking at Plymouth's past games to get here, traveled to the road on the 17th and got 3-0'd by Souhegan, then hosted Laconia where they won in an absolute 5-set thriller before getting 3-0'd by Prospect Mountain. And just like that, we're almost ready to get set 2 underway. And it'll be setter Julian Stowell to get us back. It'll be off the block. Brown able to return it. Something to set this one for Price, but got blocked, able to recover it. And it'll be St. Thomas. The dual block came on the far side, towards that right-hand side on the floor. Nice little ball there. That'll be a nice ball sent over, received well. Pushed forward to the outside and made. A beautiful back set by Sutherland down to Phillips. Now into the net it goes. And it'll be the Cats to tie it up at 1-1. Bobcats playing well defensively too. But Josie Price coming to the service line. Got a great amount of points here in set one. A low ball sent over. Now it's under the outside. It will be a free ball though. The Bobcats were with it. It'll be Brown to tip it over. Hathaway, set by Stowell. Back over into the net though. By Leah Rougeau. And it'll be the Cats to take the lead, 2-1. Looking at St. Thomas's previous games, coming off a 3-0 at home against Oyster River on the 1st of October. Be Price again. We're too much juice, and it'll be 2-2. And then before that, on the 26th of September, they hosted Man West with a 3-0 over them. So the Plymouth student section has moved a tiny bit down to their side. This will be a beautiful serve over Price. Nice in system. Going to send it over for Brown on the right side in the open area. Can they keep it up? Everyone dove for it. And that will be the Cats to take the lead at 3-2. Substitutions. That's going to be off, and Lucy Montague in the middle. One of their huge blockers. Sophia Brown will be a service error to tie it right back up at 3 apiece. So Elena Hathaway, again, she was huge up front in set one. It'll be an awkward ball off of Saunier and the ace for St. Thomas. Hathaway again. Gave St. Thomas the lead off of that. Price able to pop it up in system. Sutherland set back over for Saunier. Huge swing and huge kill. Well, it was a really nice set by Elliott Sutherland. She does so well at those, especially in those sets, those far sides. She's able to make a nice beauty. So just like that, we're all tied at 4. And it'll be Mackenzie Gardner-Lewis now to get serving duties back over. Pops up. Stowell down. Brown. It'll be Saunier again. Puts an open space. It was an awkward touch off of Hathaway in the back. Into the net and falls. And the Cats regain the lead 5-4. Well, tonight's a beautiful night for volleyball. A great way to kind of get October started for the most part with a home game. It's a huge swing! And from Caitlin Kelly. You know, I looked over, huge swing into the kill, just off the, through or off the block, it looked like, and then it was off of Gardner-Lewis in the back, and just went out, so. Just like that, we're all tied at 5. Substitution, and Jaslyn Meeks, or Jazzy Meeks. Meeks, low ball, and the Cats will recover. A little miscommunication, and it will go the way of St. Thomas. You know, it was a really nice ball, right? Look at Sutherland in the back row, able to make a huge play, gets it over to Bassingwait, but it was just from up front with Lucy Montague on who was going to go. A low ball sent to Bassingwait. And Plymouth looking for the side out here. St. Thomas is up 7-5 early in set 2. It's a high ball, and will clear the line. That'll be 7-6, so it'll be 6-7 on the scoreboard. This will be Allison Saunier to serve. Allison really go to the outside. Awkward ball off Hathaway. Give her the ace and give it the tied game at 7. There's a really nice serve from Allison Saunier. Just beautiful ball. And here she'll go again. Low ball. Maganti went for the dig. Went off her hands. And now it'll be sent back, so Bobcats able to get the lead again. We're Plymouth up front. Sophia Brown, Lucy Montague. They've excelled at their position group. And so on the outsides, looking at Josie Price and Allison Saunier, just Hazel Bassingthwaighte in the back row makes some huge digs, especially against Prospect Mountain and Laconia. And the sets, Sutherland and Gardner-Lewis. It's another low ball. Maganti, it's going to be set back by Stowell for Brown, and she'll give the Cats a free ball. A set back to Price. Little short shot, and Josie Price with the kill. It was a nice set there yet again. Beautiful incessant ball for the Cats to work with, and just such a soft touch by Price, and it's 10-7. A low ball, and it'll be off of Corinne Dunbar. So the ace, the scoreboard now reads 11-7 in favor of the home Bobcats. Stowell going to set this one far to the outside, but Bassingthwaighte able to make the nice read. Set back, it was setter for setter, and a beautiful ball for the Cats. Well, I like to envision that as a setter to setter, right? Gardner-Lewis is a setter, able to set that one right back to Elliott Sutherland, who is on the right side and able to make a beautiful kill. 17-12 at the first time out. When you return, we got more of set number 2 on Pemmy Baker TV. Welcome you back to the home of the Pemmy Jawasset River in Plymouth, New Hampshire, where the Cats find themselves up 12-7 in set 2. After the timeout, Coach Christy Holtz wanted to talk some stuff over and making some last-second adjustments, as it will still be Saunier on the service line. For anyone joining, I'm Royce Preventure. And you're joining us on Pemmy Baker TV. As it'll be a 50, it'll be controlling the net, and it'll go in favor of St. Thomas. It'll hit the net on that one. So it's 12-8. Well, it'll be senior outside Caitlin Kelly to serve for the Saints of St. Thomas Aquinas. An absolute bullet. And it'll be out in the service air. The Cats now with 13. Bobcats really controlling the tempo here. You look at them offensively, they are really controlling that tempo, setting up the beautiful plays, and the setters are making remarkable sets. Hathaway, Stowell on the run. Awkward ball. It was Corinne Dunbar coming in from that close side and tried to get it over. Just such an awkward angle to read. And it'll be the libero Hazel Bassingthwaighte to serve. Just a little soft touch. Now it's sort of, it'll be St. Thomas on the point. Able to get it through. Controlled the net and got it down. And Maganti will be out. And it'll be Meeks on. As Taylor Brown with the serve. Sent for Bassingthwaighte. Gardner-Lewis able to get this one to the right side. A huge dig. But they couldn't finish it. The Cats again. It was a nice play. Taylor Brown chased it down. Able to get a nice one-handed dig there. This will be Phillips on for Gardner-Lewis, as it will be Elliott Sutherland, the senior setter. It'll be off of Caitlin Kelly and the Bobcats for 16. Oh, sweet 16 for the Cats. As that seemed to be the Bobcats' bread and butter tonight, is mainly their service line performance so far. And being able to set up some nice offensive attacks from doing so. Defensively, though, for St. Thomas, it's about controlling after the first serve. It's a free ball, though. Hathaway. Stowell just going to get it in herself. Bassingthwaighte over to Sutherland. Back set. Maganti able to make the nice read as libero. And Hathaway again. What a floater into the no man's land. And able to get it. A beautiful ball. The rally went on. St. Thomas. Beautiful performance after that one. And now Julianne Stowell, a junior setter. Their main setter. Little floater. Saunier in the back row. This awkward ball, and it will be 11. for the Bobcats, as I was, stating, right? Defensively for St. Thomas, Coach Christy Holtz mentioned about getting a good first touch from the serve. Back set front by Sutherland to Phillips, but Maganti, the passing leader for St. Thomas, able to set up a beautiful play, and it will be 12. It was a really nice ball off that touch by Maganti, able to dart it back over and set for the outside. And a beautiful ball, so we'll have a double substitution on. It'll be Jade Lima coming on for Allison Saunier. Excuse me, there's only one substitution. That's my fault. So Lima checks into the back row. Little short ball. Phillips wants to go for a dig, and it will be 13. So the lead down to 3. As Julianne Stella. High floater for Phillips. Sutherland, it's going to be down to Price, an awkward ball, and it'll be off of 4 touches. So it'll be St. Thomas point, and it's 16-14, middle of set number 2. Stowell again, back row for Lima. Phillips still able to make it. It's going to be an out-of-system ball, and it'll have to be the setter Sutherland to make the dish over for the free ball. Back row attack Hathaway. Sutherland able to get this one. It'll be the set by Basingweight for the swing. Lima, awkward touch. Can Basingweight get there? Put her body on the line. It'll be 15-16 in favor of the Cats. Plymouth looking for the side out as the run continues for St. Thomas. It'll be another low ball set for Phillips. And it'll be sent to the stands, and it'll be the ace for St. Thomas. And like that, we're tied at 16-all. It'll be a timeout from the Bobcats. So Deb Perdue wants to talk over and stop the run from St. Thomas. And St. Thomas now, they've had their run going from the service line, really making some nice plays, but also getting these nice sets, right, able to set up the offense. So a lot of insistent plays. When we return, it'll be 16-all from Plymouth, New Hampshire. Welcome you back to Plymouth, New Hampshire, where it's all tied at 16, but St. Thomas Aquinas Saints from Dover, New Hampshire are on a run of their own with the momentum here. So, teams at their timeouts. It'll be a slow pop, and Phillips we get this one to Sutherland. It's going to be set for Basingweight in the back row. How to make a play? Hathaway. It'll be an awkward ball off of the back row and a beautiful kill. It was a nice swing and kill from Elena Hathaway. Just so well done and just able to make some nice plays there. And like that, they'll have the lead 17-16. We talk about these sets, and the second set is a huge thing, right? Like for Plymouth, if you take this set, you're up 2-0 and it's a best of 3. But for St. Thomas, if you're to take this set, it's tied 1-1 and you see more volleyball. So this is an important set for both sides here, as Bobcats able to tie it back up after a block. But for St. Thomas, you're on the road with a student section roaring. And with Josie Price back up to the service line, she's excelled tonight. Huge awkward touch off the Dunbar. And the Cats showing their bread and butters from the service line. No, I've said that quite a couple times tonight, but it's really showing here tonight against St. Thomas. They'll have the lead at 18. Price again. A low ball. Barely gets over the tape. Pass for Hathaway in the middle. Little slow ball. Southern extends for it. It's going to be Saunier. Maganti, though. Stowell. There's an awkward ball. It'll be pushed forward. Set for Saunier. Off the block! In a way. Saunier pushed it forward on the outside on your guys' far side. Hathaway went to, it looks like push it forward or block, and it just kind of fell. 19-17 for Price. As it'll be a huge dig. Can they get it over? And they won't be able to. A huge effort, and it'll be the second timeout for St. Thomas this set at 20-17. And, you know, just kind of looking here, Bobcats have been doing it back. You know, like from the service line, they have been doing really well, right? You look at the first set and even the second set, they were able to get a huge side out and get that momentum back, and now they find themselves at 20-17 in the set score. So very nice job done. And for St. Thomas, they're looking for their side of their own, and hence why the timeout came through to kind of stop that Bobcat momentum, get it back, and look to get some more points. As we approach the end of set of this timeout, and as we approach the near end of set number 2, it's going to be a good one. Let's look at, you know, games happening around Division II right now. We actually have a rivalry match. Oyster River is traveling to Co Brown, and they're playing tonight as we speak in their rivalry match. But also Hanover's headed to Conval, in which should be an absolute juggernaut matchup. Ball Mountain's going to Winnisquam. Good match for them. Kennett is playing Laconia, and Milford's at Pelham. Stowell back set for Maganti. Is it over? Yes, it is. Southern's back set. Saunier pushes it forward with their left hand. And then awkward. They went up, and the Cats will get the point. 21. So yeah, so make sure to stay tuned to the NHIAA to see the results of all those, including the Oyster River Co Brown rivalry match. A low ball off of Maganti. It was an absolute dart, and it'll be 22. And Josie Price continues to reign supreme here. I mean, just looking offensively, able to set the numbers. And they're going to have 4 people back there on the serve for St. Thomas. So, well, Maganti able to give Bobcats a free ball. Sutherland, back set. Phillips, right side. It's down, but a dig. And it'll be pushed forward. Really nice job by St. Thomas, able to get it back over. And now it's going to be in transition. Back set. And across court. Huge swing, but read well. And it'll be set for Brown in the middle. Into the campfire. And it'll be the kill. And it'll be 23. Just really nice job there after the rally. And Price continues 2 points away. A low ball again, but it will be a little too much power. It'll be out back left. So 23-18. And that's the side out St. Thomas needed, as it'll be Corinne Dunbar, the junior outside, to serve. The Bobcats already waiting. It's going to be pushed forward to Brown. It was an awkward touch. It was Saunier in the back row, just pushed it forward, and then it was set. And very awkward timing. 4-point advantage for the Bobcats here. And Barr says this one forward. Passing weight. Sutherland in system. Ball sent for Saunier on the left side. Huge dig by Maganti. It's sent back for Hathaway. She'll just unload one. Popped up. Stowell sent over. Pushed forward by Kelly. It'll be a free ball for the Saints to work with. Maganti able to get this one over to Kelly, who will just try her best to blast this one. And it'll be a very low ball! Allison Saunier. It was an awkward ball. It was looking like a free ball for the Saints to work with. It was just such a low shot. And just in to the alley, and it was just perfect placement by Saunier. And now it's set point 1 for the Cats. Sophia Brown. Stowell, step back over. Hathaway just going to watch this one. Price able to keep it up. Sutherland back touch on the move was Brown. And it'll be sent out. And the Cats will take set 2, 25-19. And they'll find themselves up 2-0 in this set count. And Plymouth, and from the Bobcats, again, their service line was so good. They were able to set up the offense so nicely off of those serves from players like Elliott Sutherland, Josie Price, Allison Saunier, and even on the outsides for the Bobcats, like Allison Saunier and Josie Price, they were huge. But really respectable back sets, especially to Mackenzie Gardner-Lewis and Elliott Sutherland. Now for St. Thomas, offensively they did good from the service line well as 2. Setting up nice plays, and Elena Hathaway in the middle on those kills, going for the blocks, and sending it back over to Caitlin Kelly on the outside too. When we return to Plymouth, New Hampshire, we'll have set 3. Final set score of set 2 is 25-19. We'll return on Pemmy Baker TV. Hello, friends. We welcome you back to Plymouth, New Hampshire. I'm Royce Preventure, and Bobcats hosting the Saints of St. Thomas Aquinas as they find themselves up 2-0 in set count. And it's been beautiful performances from players like Josie Price, Elliott Sutherland, Allison Saunier, all coming from the service line or just from the outside. But the Bobcats, let's talk about them for a second. Setting extremely well. You know, Elliott Sutherland, Gardner-Lewis, outside attacks, defensively too, even Hazel Bassingwaite makes some huge digs. And speaking of setter and Elliott Sutherland, she'll actually be up to the service line to get us underway. So, let's get the show back on the road, yeah? And it'll begin off with an ace. Well, the Cats able to get off with an ace. It was a really nice low drive. It was an awkward off of Magonzi. Bobcats to continue on the spree. Set Stowell for Hathaway in the middle. Bobcats able to keep up the pressure defensively. In transition. Sent back by Bassingwaite to Price. So able to read it. Kelly back over to Dunbar, cross court. And slammed it down. I mean, just such a nice ball, nice set. Able to set up Corinne Dunbar. And it's tied 1-1. Be a low ball in system. And actually, it'll just be a center dump there. And it'll be a miscommunication between the front and the back row. I think Hats will strike. I even thought it was going to be a set by Elliott Sutherland, but instead it was just a center dump into the open space. So they'll find themselves up 2-1 in this third set. Now Josie Price. It'll be a service there, and just like that, we're tied at 2. You know, Elliott Sutherland and Josie Price have been the main threats from the service line tonight. So now it'll be Elena Hathaway. She's done good defensively, setting up blocks and just being a menace up front. Talking about Brown. Over to Hathaway. And Dunbar forced to set it back over. Free ball and system for the Cats to work with. It was like a back set over, I don't know. So it's going to have to be a free ball sent over by Price in the back row. Stowell keeps this one up. Kelly, huge dig by Price. Well, able to get back on her feet. It's going to be an awkward situation. And just couldn't get it over. Very awkward ball for Phillips to react to. And like that, St. Thomas will have the lead at 3-2. So, when Hathaway again, absolute belter. But it'll be out, and it'll be 3-3. Really liking what I'm seeing defensively from St. Thomas, just their ability in transition to set up these plays is going well from the Saints. Hathaway, Stowell for Brown in the middle. but a huge dig by Brown. And it was Brown to Brown, and it'll be the free ball. And just mauled down. It was just St. Thomas is just waiting on that one. So St. Thomas will now acquire the lead here. And whistle's all set, which means ready to get the show back on the road. Passing away from the back row. It's going to be a beautiful serve. Montague uses her size, but it'll be a whistle, and it'll be a lift on Lucy Montague. So it'll be 5-3. So Jaslyn Meeks with the 2-point advantage here. We'll just send this one over, and it'll be awkward off passing Wade, and it went up into the little box thing, you could call it, at the back of the wall. It'll be 6-3. And this is where St. Thomas have proved dangerous tonight, and they have a run coming from the service line. A belter again. In system to work with. Back set for Phillips. It's a nice assisted ball. Taylor Brown, short ball, and will be a campfire. And the point. Yeah, nice recognition there by Taylor Brown in the middle, number 17 in the navy blue uniform. Looking for the side out are the Cats. So it'll still be Meeks. Meeks, low ball, basket able to make it. It was a miscommunication between Southern and Price. 8-3. Again, another look at the set count. It's 2-0. It'll be Deb Perdue to call a timeout. As Cats trail by 5. But near a turn on Penny Baker TV, we'll have the continuation of set number 3. And we welcome you back to Plymouth, New Hampshire. 8-3 St. Thomas Saints in set 3 as the Bobcats find themselves up 2-0 in set count. He's sent over, huge dig, but it will be out in the ace. It'll be 9-3. Well, St. Thomas continuing their run from the service line. And it kind of seems whatever team is on the service line has the advantage in terms of, well, going on a run. Huge opportunity for St. Thomas to keep up the pressure. Awkward setter dump. Free ball, but it won't be high enough from Kelly. And it'll be the Bobcats with the side out in their 4th point. So an opportunity to rally. And it'll be Gardner-Lewis on the serve and Phelps will be off. And Sutherland will check out and check on. Will be Brooke Dame up front, wearing number 5 in the white jersey. Mackenzie Gardner-Lewis. There'll be a service error from her, and it'll be 10-4. Still a nice, cozy fall afternoon, though. Nothing like a nice, crisp fall day. Just going to enjoy some volleyball, especially on a Friday night. Nothing wrong with some Friday night volleyball. As it'll be pushed forward by Montague. And it'll be Dunbar to get rid of it. It'll be set. And too much juice from Saunier. Close side. And it'll be 11-4. Caitlin Kelly. And she'll drive this one. Off of Dame, but Price in the back row awaits. Dame couldn't follow it up, and it'll be 12. Just another awkward ball for the Bobcats to maintain. And it'll be diced. Popped up high by Dame. Set back, Montague in the middle, but blocked by Taylor Brown. Awkward for the Cats to react to, and it'll be the point for St. Thomas. Man, Taylor Brown just hopped up and just matched it so perfectly. A beautiful block from Brown extends the lead to 13. Another little floater, and it will be out. So the Cats able to side out and get their 5th of this set. And the student section fired up after that one. It'll be Allison Saunier, another threat at the service line. Hathaway. It'll be Plymouth's ball after it is a net violation. It looks like they're calling it. Hard to be sure, though. And it'll be the Cats' point. They're a violation by St. Thomas. And the student section is on their feet right now. Well, we're on their feet. Saunier, low ball. Puganti, set by Stowell. Hathaway calls everyone off. Open space. Gardner-Lewis was coming up front. Brooke Dane was staying on the right-hand side, and it'll be 14-6. Just awkward ball in transition for the Cats to react out. Dunbar will pass back to Taylor Brown, and now Taylor Brown to roll the dice. And it'll be out. The Cats another side out. Abel looking to start their own rally now. The score being 14-7 in favor of the Saints. Again, a reminder, the St. Thomas Aquinas Saints are in their navy blues and the Plymouth Bobcats are in their whites. So Plymouth on your right, St. Thomas on your left. Basket able to get it over. So, low ball. Basket able to pop it up. Gardner-Lewis sends this one back for Brown in the middle. Kelly. Stowell sets one. Hathaway, so dangerous! And Elena Hathaway. A beautiful set. Elena Hathaway found the open spot in the back of the court right before the line. There'll be a substitution on. Meeks will be off, and it will be Arujo on. So Arujo will be up front, right outside the circle. Here comes the blast. Awkward ball off Jada Lima, and it'll be Sweet 16 for the Saints. So Julian Stowell, she was serving a last set in their little rally. Low ball. It'll be a free ball. Awkward. Can they keep it? And it'll be St. Thomas. An awkward ball that has popped up, went over. So 17-7. Cats looking to side out here. Bobcats back row has been tested quite a lot from these serves. This will be number 18. And Deb Purdue will use her second timeout and final timeout of this set as she's trying to rally her troops. Again, set score 18-7 in favor of St. Thomas. We'll return to Plymouth, New Hampshire after this. And we welcome you back to home of the Daniel Webster Highway, Plymouth, New Hampshire. Well, the Saints find themselves up 18-7 in the third set. Cats are up 2-0 in set score, but the also mighty important set for the Saints as they are controlling the pace from the service line. Lima, a shank in the ace, and it's 19. Well, specifically that back row middle has been targeted the most from these serves tonight, as it seems like that's where Juliana Stowell wants to target, just that back middle. So we'll be looking for Allison Saunier here. And side killed it, as it will be 20. It just seems like that's where they're finding the most success, is targeting that back middle. Right from like Sutherland to Lima to Saunier. So Saunier's gonna have to be heads up here, as I'll be expecting another another serve to the back middle. It's 20-7 now. And it'll be sent back over for Bassingway. Dame bumps that over for Price. It's Kelly. A dig by Bassingway into the net. And it'll fall. It'll be 21 St. Thomas. It'll be rolled down. And rolled back over. And it'll be Julian Stowell continuing the momentum here. Continuing this huge run from St. Thomas. And it'll be out, so the Cats are going to get their rally. And, you know, looking here at Plymouth's upcoming games, on the 8th, they're hosting Kennett. On the 10th of this month, they're hosting Memorial. And then on the 14th, they're hosting Milford, all at 6 p.m. So the Bobcats, they get to stay here for a 4-game trip. More like a 4-game staycation. And it'll be Elliott Sutherland on the service line. She's so dangerous. The fans hyping her up. She is smiling. She is ready to go. And here we go. Serve. Low ball. Maganzi. Stowell. Hathaway off the block. Sutherland back set over. It's just going to have to be a free ball, though. Not much you can do. Stowell. Middle Hathaway. Little floater. But they're able to keep it up. Huge dig by Montague. Off the net. Can they keep it up? Yes. It was such an awkward read. And the rally stays alive and continues. Down for Price. Left side off the block. Josie Price off the block. It was right off of Elena Hathaway. She went up for it. And it came over. The Cats rally. They got the side out, and now they're starting the rally here. And it'll be a service there for 22. Well, the student section was giving her all the energy she needs. And it'll be Corinne Dunbar to serve. So Corinne Dunbar set up some nice offensive plays for the Saints offense tonight. And it'll be an awkward ball in the ace. So 23-9. It's Dunbar again. She'll launch it over, and a little bit too much powers will be sent out. The Bobcats for 10. Josie Price, she has been an absolute weapon from the service line tonight. She got the rally going earlier in the set, and last set, a ball sent over, doesn't connect, and yes, they'll give it to the Cats. They'll say it's on the line. I mean, that was just a beautiful placement shot by Price. And how convenient is it that the Cats have 11 points? Her jersey number is 11. How ironic and convenient is that? As she'll serve again, low ball. It'll be Kelly, bump set over to Maganti, who will send it over to Price in the back row. Sutherland sets back over. Off. Hathaway, a dig from Price goes the other way. And it's set point 1 for St. Thomas Aquinas. Well, St. Thomas has been playing so aggressive this set. They have just been going for it, making some really nice plays in their service line progression. So here we go, 24-11. As it'll be popped up, can they keep it? And it won't, so 25-11 will be the final set score, set 3. And St. Thomas Aquinas are able to find their first set of the night. It's 2-1 in terms of set count. 25-11 final set score. And the one thing that has been the bread and butter for the St. Thomas team has been their offense, specifically from the service line. They're really starting to get comfortable, and they're really starting to make some nice plays from the service line, but also setting up plays. And they're using Elena Hathaway a lot more. Up front, she's been dangerous. Taylor Brown in the blocking game. Just St. Thomas Aquinas has started to get a lot more comfortable. When you're a turn, we'll have set 4 here on Penny Baker TV. Go! The Cats looking to rally back as St. Thomas, but to find their first set point. And here we go, St. Thomas in their blues, Plymouth in their whites. And the student section getting into it with Let's Go Plymouth chants on the wave. And for everyone joining, I'm Royce Prevenger here at Penny Baker TV. And we've had a great night here. The crowd has been so energetic. The game has been so great and fun. Like, I can feel the adrenaline going through my veins right now. This is a surreal atmosphere. And yeah, there is the student section in all their glory, as it will be Julian Stowell. She was the one who led the run for the St. Thomas Aquinas Saints. And no surprise that she'll get this one back underway for us. So set 4 here on Penny Baker TV begins now. It'll be a back set for Brown, but couldn't fall. It'll be 1-0, so St. Thomas will strike first in this set 4. It's a nice ball. Sent back over. Phillips. Set back down for Brown over and give Brown the point. It was a nice set by Sutherland there, able to set up the play so perfectly and then slammed down by Brown. Beautiful ball. And now the side, and Josie Price. And Price gets set. And a huge bomb over, and it'll be off of Dunbar, and the Cats with the lead, 2-1. Just such a beautiful serve from Josie Price. As the Bobcat student section getting the wave going on here in their little quadrant. Josie Price to continue the pressure. Josie Price service error. But it'll be 2-all early on. Now, the keys now for this set for Plymouth, control the pace, control the tempo. And keep playing aggressive, especially when you're on offense. A short ball, Saunier. Sutherland back set, Brown. Stowell sends it far side, into the block by Phillips and Brown. Well, give him the lead, 3-2. But now for St. Thomas, their new keys to victory for this set are, hey, control the floor. That's huge. But continue their blocking game. They've been really good blocking. But go to Elena Hathaway. Don't be afraid to use Elena up front. Stowell sends it back over. Kelly just going to fire this one. It's a free ball. Sutherland, back set, Phillips. It'll be an awkward touch in the back off of Dunbar. And the Bobcats to 4. Sophia Brown. And it'll be a service error from back-to-back serves. This will be 4-3. And now it'll be Elena Hathaway to serve. She's very dangerous up front, especially when they utilize her in the passing game. O-line drive. Sutherland just set her dump. Passing weight. Front set for Montague. And Montague will find that back right to extend their lead to 2. Lucy Montague, so good up front, utilizing the blocking game. And Gardner Lewis will now be on for Sabella Phillips, so she'll be doing the serving. Hathaway sent back over, and it'll be cross court, but Sonia was already waiting for it. It's going to be Sutherland. Yes, Sutherland, cross court, back attack. Hathaway wasn't able to react, and it will be 6-3. So the Plymouth student section, man, I just want to give my kudos to them. They've been making a lot of noise tonight, so props to them as Gardner Lewis, low line driver, awkward touch. Brown able to keep it. It'll be Hathaway the back row just to dish over a free present. Montague, but blocked and stuffed by Brown. Well, it was a free ball teed up for Lucy Montague, but Taylor Brown just stuffed. And everyone just kind of dove, trying to go for it. And it'll be 6-4. So Jaslyn Meeks, to now serve for the Saints. Looking to get a rally started and get a run started for this Aquinas offense. Sutherland. Awkward ball. It's going to be sent over. Free ball, but they're able to keep this one alive. And Brown will just wait for it again, able to hit it down, so it'll be 6-5. So it'll still be Meeks to serve. A little floater. It's in system for the Cats. It'll be a set. Just push forward. And oh my goodness, Allison! It was a beautiful back set. Saunier kind of wasn't expecting it. Just pushed it forward. And she struck gold. It's 7-5. Allison Saunier, on top of getting that point, she gets to come up and serve. And it'll be in. They'll give it to her in the back right. And give her the ace and the eighth. Ace and eighth. And the wave continues as Allison Saunier will continue to serve. A low ball pops up high. Free ball and system for the Cats to work with. Serve back. It'll be cross court. But Dunbar already waiting for it. Now it's going to be Kelly just going to push it forward open space. Gardner-Lewis, Sutherland going to step back to Montague in the middle. Over the block! Montague with their revenge. Well, Montague was able to get it over Taylor Brown this time. And it'll be 9-5. So Saunier will continue here. And it'll be into the net. Can they keep it alive? They will. Beautiful job by the Saints. Sent back Montague again, off the block, and Montague, yes, yes, yes! Apologies for the voice crack, but Lucy Montague, I don't know, she is utilized up front in this set, and she is excelling. Another line drive, and it'll be sent over, and in the ace, so it'll be 11. Allison continuing the run for the Cats. And it'll be a service there, so it'll be 11-6. Remember, set score is 2-1 in favor of the Bobcats. They're one away from closing it out, as it is a best-of-5. For anyone who's not familiar with volleyball or doesn't, understand some things, it's first to 25, win by 2, with the exception of going first to 15 in set 5, if applicable. Nice backs, little awkward set, not back set, just a nice set over. It'll be pushed forward, and are they able to keep it up? Yes, they are. What in tarnation? This will be dropped down, and St. Thomas for 7. We're back to 7-11 here. If you're just joining us, I'm Royce Preventure here, and well, you're watching NHI D2 Volleyball on Pemmy Baker TV. As it will be actually over. Bassingway went for the jump, but I guess just didn't touch it at all, so it'll be 12-7. As it will be, ask it again. So she'll get the opportunity to serve. Little short ball, it'll actually fall itself right in the alley and make it 13. But just the Bobcats with the service line today have been excellent. Hathaway. Taylor Brown gets over, but it will be a free ball. In system to work with Price on the right side. Never to make it. Cross court. Bassingway laid out for it, but give Dunbar credit for the point. So it's going to be 8-13 now. Our score says 8-13, and the scoreboard here in the gym will now, read 8-13. As it will be Taylor Brown to serve. Let's see what Taylor Brown can mix up here. She'll send this one over. Saunier able to push this one forward to Gardner-Lewis. It'll have to go. So off the block! Off the block! Sutherland! Dunbar went up for it. And just fell down. So it'll be substitution. It'll be Phillips on, Gardner-Lewis off. It'll be Elliott Sutherland to serve as it's 14-8 Cats. Huge serve, huge opportunity. Maganzi serves back over, one touch, Redwell. Maganzi, awkward, such awkward pass, and the Cats are 15. The Bobcats staying on pressure. Elliott Sutherland will continue to serve. Pops up high. Well, it's going to just be Corinne Dunbar. Awkward touch by Saunier. And it'll be number 9 for the Saints. And so, no substitution, but it will be Julianne Stillwell. If you remember, she was the one who's kind of gotten all these runs started from the service line for the Saints. And it'll be a service there, so it'll be 9-16. Josie Price excelled from the service line. That's what Josie Price can do. Low ball over. Stowell for Kelly, as there'll be a free ball in system for the Cats to now develop out of. Huge back set for Phillips. Phillips! It'll just be a little bit past the line. Yeah, a very nice touch. It was actually a very nice back step to set up the play for Phillips. Just a little bit too much power at the end of the day, so. Now Corinne Dunbar to brew the comeback. Low ball, huge dig. Can they keep it off the net? They can't. It'll be 11. Really good effort, though, from Phillips. As quarterback for the football team, Kevin Sanborn will push that ball forward to get it back over. He's going to resume this. Bobcats are going to side out. Looking to control it. Again, Dunbar sends over. Saunier. Saunier going to race forward. It's going to be awkward, but Saunier going to make it awkward. And do they fall? And then will they give it? And they'll give it to the Cats. They will give it. They will say it hit the line. So they'll give credit to the Cats there. They'll say it chipped in. Brown, a low, awkward ball, and it will be out. So it will be 12-17. Cats looking to continue here. Elena Hathaway to serve. One of their offensive tools this game. It'll be in system now. Actually out of system, excuse me, to work with. Awkward ball, it'll be out of play. It'll be 13. Well, just like that, the rally starts. Oh, for Elena Hathaway. It'll barely skim over. She put it short, and it just got over the tape. And now it's 14-17. Cats looking for a side out. They need to rally back. If you're on the Cats. For St. Thomas, keep doing what you're doing from the service line. Keep producing numbers. A low ball over. It's going to be Southern. It's going to have to be Bassingthwaighte. Free ball, though, to work with. Missed touch. It was a missed touch by Arujo. And it'll be number 18 for the Plymouth Bobcats. It'll be substitution. Gardner Lewis will come in to serve, and Sabella Phillips will be out. Gardner Lewis, low ball. Awkward touch, but they're able to keep it forward, so Kelly will send this free ball over. Gardner Lewis. Sutherland gets it over the tape of the net, but it's still going to be a nice ball to work with. It's cleared away. Price. Sutherland. It's going to have to. Now it's going to be Sutherland. Stowell over to Hathaway. He's going to be over for Kelly. Just pops it up high. Montague will be stuffed by Taylor Brown for number 15 for St. Thomas. The Saints are inching back here. Point by point, serve by serve, rally by rally. As now it's Jazzy Meeks. So Jazzy Meeks can mix up here. As we join you late in the fourth set. Free ball, Saunier able to still pop it up. Pass back, it was Saunier, Gardner Lewis back to Saunier. Stowell able to pop this one up. Kelly on this side, but ran to the block by number 7 and 8. Montague's, sorry, 6 and 7. It was actually number 6 and 7 on the block of Montague and Sutherland, but now number 8, Saunier comes up. So we had 6, 7, 8 in a row. Over the block. Able to set this one. Puts it forward, and it will be Josie Price. And the Cats will strike 20. And Saunier will continue. Saunier again. Low ball, awkward, and it will be off of Hathaway, and the Cats are 21. It'll be a timeout for St. Thomas when we return to set 4, 21-15. It's Peppy Baker TV. And we welcome you back to Plymouth, New Hampshire. It's 21-15. Bobcats in set 4 as they lead in the set count 2-1. The also mighty important set for both sides in set 4. And Allison Saunier, so dangerous serving tonight. An opportunity to keep extending that lead, as it will be a service error. So St. Thomas will get 16. The student section has been livid for for Plymouth tonight, making a lot of noise, rattling the St. Thomas players. This will be senior 15, Caitlin Kelly now to serve. See what the Saints can do. What a floater. Passing weight. Nice in-system ball to work with. Center to center. But what a second touch. My goodness. Price cross court. It'll be awkward. It was returned. Passing weight wasn't expecting. It'll be 17. So it'll remain Caitlin Kelly to serve. Huge opportunity here. Pops up. Price able to get this one back over. Gardner Lewis, and it'll have to be Montague just to send it over. And Montague just had to get rid of it there. A huge opportunity. Pushed forward. She'll extend her arms and fly it over, and it'll be out for 18. Well, it'll thick up. And it'll come back. Kelly. And it'll be in. Bassingway thought it was going to be out, moved out the way, and it'll be in for 19. 2-point game right now in set 4. Pops up, very short, passing weight. It'll be just, it'll be a whistle, St. Thomas, and they'll say her net went over the net for 20. It'll be a timeout, Plymouth. The near return, it'll be 21-20 on Pemmy Baker TV. Welcome you back. It's 21-20. Now 21-21, a nice serve. But on the service line, it's mainly been Caitlin Kelly so far. Caitlin Kelly, really good right now, setting up the plays for St. Thomas. I think she has around like 5-6 points or something like that. It'll be off of Kelly. It'll be Josie Price on the credit. But yeah, Caitlin Kelly from the service line got the comeback brewing. She got that run for St. Thomas. She was huge. And now she'll be playing in the back row. She'll be even more huge here to set up the offense. Nice set back. It'll be Dunbar. It'll be past the block and down. Really nice ball from St. Thomas. Beautiful play. It's just really nice. Got it over to the solo block from the Bobcats here. 22 all towards the end of set 4. Taylor Brown launches this one. It'll be on the line. They'll call it back right. And it'll be St. Thomas for 23. Well, St. Thomas have rallied back. So much determination from the faces on these players. Now Taylor Brown to put them on set point. It'll be a service error, and we're outside at 23. Student section. Nice. No ad. It'll be a substitution. So Phillips will be on for Gardner Lewis. It'll be Elliott Southern on the serve. She has been a beast from the line tonight. Fans making noise here. Awkward sent over, but it's kept alive by Kelly. It'll be popped up in system. Huge recovery there. Back set for Phillips, just a little high. It'll be out, and it'll be St. Thomas, set point number 1 of the night. Well, St. Thomas, they have battled, and they have rallied back, and now Julianne Stillwell. If I stand corrected, she started it, and she can end it. Cats looking for the side out to force overtime, to force post play. Do we got post play here tonight? Back set for Price. Just going to pop this one up high. Stillwell going to call this one off. Off the block. And it'll be down. And we'll see 5. 25-23 in favor. A huge set from St. Thomas. And they continue the comeback. So well from the service line. St. Thomas have been elite from the service line. Really utilizing this box front and just so much from that offensive side. Really enjoy the passing. Defensively, though, their blocks have been huge. For the Bobcats, they look to get some momentum in this all-so-big 5th set. Controlling the pace, controlling the tempo. Service line, getting a run from the service line. So when you return back to Plymouth, New Hampshire, it'll be set 5. It's 2-2 set score. I'm Royce Preventure on Penny Baker TV. We welcome you back to Plymouth, New Hampshire, the student section getting rowdy as we prepare for an all-so-mighty 5th set tonight. The Bobcats took the first 2 sets, and St. Thomas has rallied back in the second half in sets 3 and 4. And now we go. It is 1st to 15. Win by 2 rule still applicable, but this is the hugest set for both sides. Bobcats from the service line have been immaculate. They have created so many runs, made some plays. Now for St. Thomas, their blocks, utilizing their middles have been huge, but also spreading the floor, and even their service game has been immaculate. So it's going to be a battle of who I personally think has possession and goes to the service line. We'll see. Bobcats in their whites, St. Thomas in their blues. I'm Royce Preventure, and let's get set 5 underway from Plymouth, New Hampshire. Pay attention. Jayla Laganti, their libero, leads the team in passing. Both teams in their huddles. Plymouth is in their huddle. They get ready. They're touching the floor for maybe good luck. I'm not sure. Knock on wood, I'm guessing. The wave goes around in the student section. The time starts to dwindle down. It's tied 2-2. It is Friday night. It's Friday night volleyball under the lights at Plymouth, and we have a 5th set. 2 juggernaut teams. So it'll be Elliot Sutherland to get us underway in this 5th set. All right, let's rock and roll, and let's have some fun. As I said, reminder, 1st 15, and here we go. Into the net it goes, and the Cats strike first. The fans are loving this one. Well, it's a nice situation there for the Cats to be in. Striking first, did so in their openings. Sutherland tees this one up, and it's over. Back set, sent over. Sonier, back, down to Brown, into the block, but they're able to recover. Well, these sets are at the net, but it's going to be over. Read well by Kelly. Stonewall. Down, and give them the point. A nice setup there from St. Thomas. Nice little set back into play. Able to make it side at 1 apiece. And number 13, the junior outside hitter, Corinne Dunbar, looking to keep applying this pressure here. Sonier going to push this one forward. Sutherland, set, Phillips, cross court, red. Hathaway, awkward back set. It's going to be a free ball. What can the Cats mix up here? What can they shake? Using the height. Bryce, insane vertical. And it'll be another free ball given. The Cats have a lot of time to develop this offense. Too much power, and St. Thomas for the lead. Yeah, Plymouth had all the time there to develop a play. Just Sophia Brown misjudged her touch. Leads in the 2nd point for St. Thomas tonight. Short Sonier. Sutherland wants to actually get this one back to Price, but it's read well by Dunbar. So no, able to get this one forward. Cross attack. Dished up, Price off the block. And another free ball. Bergeau, Stonewall, Hathaway. Hathaway has been so important here. And it's just gonna be a free ball, it's gonna be out. And St. Thomas up 3-1. Question is, we could see a reverse sweep here for St. Thomas. Plymouth looking for the side out here. An absolute belter, and they get it over. The Cats stay alive. A huge situation. I lost my voice there, so I deeply apologize, but it's sent over. And the Cats now on the defensive. It's over. A huge dig from Sutherland. Now it's going to be a back row attack. Bassingway going to have to just get rid of it. Free ball in system. Stonewall off the block. Sutherland, the rally stays alive. Big push, Bryce into the block, and it's over! And now another free ball. Back set. Over. Hit. And it's going to be Cats. They win the point after a huge rally. My goodness, it came down to that. If it comes down to that, we are in for a great fifth set. What a rally. And the Cats coming on top, and it'll be Bryce to serve. Shows the service there. It'll be 4-2. Cats looking to bounce back here on home soil in week 5 of NHI Division II volleyball play. None other than Elena Hathaway. It'll be just a set over. Over. Southern to the read. Nice set. Back 4. Awkward touch off Hathaway. Give Sonia credit for the point. It's 4-3. Bobcats are fighting back nail by nail, roar by roar, and brick by brick. St. Thomas are doing the same. They keep extending their lead brick by brick. In system play. Over. Barely. Miscommunication. Maybe. I don't know. That was such a hard read, even from this angle. I don't know. I think they barely skimmed it over just with an awkward touch, and it worked. Not too sure, though. It'll be Jazzy Meeks now, as it's 5-3 here, and around the middle-ish of set 5. Popped up, and it's going to be out. And the Cats to make it 5-4. It'll be a substitution. Gardner Lewis coming on to serve. Sabella Phillips to check out. Pay attention to the back row, specifically far side on your right-hand side of your screen. Pops up. How are we going to see this? Kelly, absolute beauty of a shot. And extends the lead to 6-4. And it'll be Caitlin Kelly to serve. Sent over, short ball. Gardner Lewis able to pop this one up for Montague. Montague over the block, huge. Stonewall at the net, slam down at 7. The Saints are controlling the tempo here. Caitlin Kelly, another pop. Awkward touch off of Price, and that's number 8. It'll be a timeout from Plymouth. They'll use their first. Deb Purdue looks to get her team back on track in an also important 5th set. And I'll actually use this timeout to talk because it's been mainly from the service line, but the Cats are leaving gaps in the alleys open for St. Thomas. St. Thomas are exploiting those open areas and are slamming it down. And it's really doing numbers. But from the service line, too, the production, the Bobcats as well, need to look to their outsides, either Josie Price or Allison Saunier, maybe involve some back sets, whatever it may be, to confuse St. Thomas. St. Thomas, though, you just need to keep doing what you're doing. Keep up the pressure, keep using your size, and still utilize Elena Hathaway here. She has been very crucial, but also your blocking game. But I also got to respect Caitlin Kelly. She has been doing an amazing job tonight as she's actually serving. Here we go, 8-4, middle of set number 5. You win the set, you win the match. Very short ball in system. Down for Montague, a huge dig in the back row. Well, I don't know, man. Off the block, and it's gonna be blocked down. The double block from the Saints to extend their lead to 9. Just a really nice defensive play right there from St. Thomas. The blocking game was huge and astronomical. Set up that. Kelly with a short ball. It'll be still a dig. It's going to be a one-handed pass. Actually going to be off the ceiling light. And it'll be number 10. Plymouth looking to side out here on home soil in the 5th set of a very cool and crisp October night. Nice set to the far side. It will be a cross court, read well by Kelly. Just be taking herself. Awkward touch. Price trying to keep it alive, but it'll be 11. So they're making a change. I think she said 5-1, if I stand corrected. I think she said 5-1, so no, they're just moving up. They're just gonna have one. Sutherland gonna set this one for Montague. Couldn't find it, that's 12. And here we go towards it all. We start to approach the end of set number 5, the end of this match. So coming to it. Kelly launches this one. It'll be Price. Sutherland in the middle is gonna set this up for Bassingway in the back row. Just a little short touch. Little dump, Bassingway. Off the block! And they will give it to St. Thomas, so I guess it wasn't off a block. I guess there was no contact into the net. And St. Thomas, 13. Kelly again. And numbers here. Little short pop, Bassingway. Miscommunication in set point 1. They are on match point now. It'll be a timeout as the Cats try and regain here, being down. 14-4. When we return, we'll have the finish to this insane set 5. And here we go. 14-4, set 5. This is first to 15 if you are brand new to volleyball. It'll be Caitlin Kelly with the duties here. Pops it over. Awkward ball. And that'll be all she wrote from Plymouth, New Hampshire. 15-4. And I think I can say it now. And yes, I can. It was the reverse sweep from St. Thomas. So St. Thomas won 3 sets in a row on away soil. And it was huge from both sides. The Bobcats now find themselves at 1-8. St. Thomas now at 6-5. But for the Bobcats, a lot of things went extremely right tonight. Their service line performance was huge, and they were making plays passing-wise. They were doing extremely good when passing, sent to the outsides, and even in their blocking game, they were doing huge. Now for St. Thomas, defensively, they were setting up their blocking game, their digs, just setting everything up. They were sound. And again, for the Bobcats, they will host Kennett on the 8th of this month at 6 p.m. And St. Thomas will host Laconia on the 10th. So, ladies and gentlemen, our final score here from Plymouth, New Hampshire is St. Thomas 3, Plymouth 2. We thank everyone for watching here at Pemby Baker TV. I'm Royce Provencher, and have a good night.